Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Today my children are almost finished with their educations. Shreya has almost completed her exams and it's the last day for Sanika as well. So today I went out for a quick shopping. I bought all the essentials that are going to last us for a very long time, and not just that, today I'm planning to do a lot of premix powders, keeping them ready at home so that I can spend a lot of time with my children, and these premixes are going to be super helpful for busy days. I mean, busy as in we are planning to do a lot of activities. When it comes to do with holidays, I really make it a point not to work as much as I do and take it easy and light. I like to spend a lot of time with my children, going out with them, doing a lot of fun sessions, and that's why I'm keeping these premix ready, which I normally don't, but actually honestly this was going to come in very useful to many of us, especially during busy time if you are working or if you're planning to go on a holiday. These recipes are the ones which will come in very useful. So I'm planning to make different recipes today. They are very easy instant recipes. So let's make them. So the first recipe that I'm planning to make is take a nice big bowl, okay, and combine different varieties of attas. So I have 1 cup of ragi flour, 1 cup of wheat flour, chapati hittu, 1 cup of rice flour, half a cup of jawar flour, half a cup of bajra flour, and half a cup of millet flour. So these are all different types of flour that we have combined. It's a nice, healthy, protein-rich combination and mix of different flours together that I'm going to divide this into 3 different recipes in different ways that will turn out completely different, that you will not realize it's the same atta. It's that good. So we're going to quickly combine this first. I'm adding in a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of jeera. It's that good, and you will not even realize it's the same atta, same base that you are using. So this is the base. Give it a good mix, combine it well, and we're going to divide it. So this is going to be for ragi dosa. This pack I'm going to use to make roti on the pan. And this portion here, I'm planning to make idli, ragi rava idli. Now to make ragi rava idli, I have 1 cup of extra coarse semolina that I'm going to dry roast just until we get a nice aroma of the rava. Nice and hot, the rava is roasted very well. Because it's so hot, I'm going to transfer this into a bowl, as the containers that I'm using for storage later are plastic. So we'll wait for this to cool down so that it reaches the room temperature. Then I'm going to combine it into the flour mix. By the end of the video, we'll be having a lot of dabbas, so I think it'll be a good idea if we label them. I've just written down on a piece of paper, and I'm using a sticky tape, a cello tape. So what we're going to do is just hold the name section and stick it onto this one. This way we'll have the name that you don't have to use any kind of additional gadget or something. So this is for ragi roti. Ragi dosa. Now the rava is completely cooled down, so I'm going to transfer this into this bowl to make ragi rava idli. To this mix, I also add in a pinch of cooking soda. I'm just using the same pan that I used to roast the rava. I try my best to use as little as I can in regards to the vessels. By the end of the cooking, we need to have just very few in the dishwasher or in the wash basin. So in a pan, I have a tablespoon of oil. To this, I add in a half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Try and cover up the lid as much as you can, not completely, in which way all the spluttering of the mustard seeds will stay intact in the pan and you'll have less cleaning up later in the kitchen on the hob. Now to this, we add in broken cashew nuts. Give it a stir first until they turn slightly crunchy. And now to this, we're adding a tablespoon of chana dal, a tablespoon of urad dal. We also add in curry leaves. So here we have our instant ragi rava idli mix. Now I'm planning to make instant upma and instant fried rice as well. These are some of the recipes that you can easily and quickly do during Saturdays and Sundays during the weekend, and keep it ready for the week ahead, especially because when everybody's working, it's really difficult. You're tired when you get back home. Having these instant, all you've got to do is just add some water and you'll have your food ready. Now to make the instant upma mix, I'm continuing using the same pan, and to this I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of oil, and once it's warm enough I'm going to add in a teaspoon of mustard seeds. We'll wait for the mustard seeds to splutter in. A few broken cashew nuts, a teaspoon of chana dal, a teaspoon of urad dal, 3 green chilies, curry leaves. Now to this tempering I'm going to add in measured 1 cup of extra coarse semolina, and we're going to stir in well until it's aromatic and you get a nice good aroma of the rava. Mix ready at home is so good and so easy, not just for working women and working men. This is something that will be useful even when you go on a holiday. As it's summer, everybody is planning to go on a holiday, and it's kids holidays as well. Such recipes are something that you can make at home and pack them for your holiday as well. And when you go around traveling, you don't have to look around where to eat, what to eat, and it becomes really difficult for vegetarians especially to find the right food. Get back to your holiday home, add in just hot water. You can enjoy this home cooked food even in your holidays as well. The rava is nicely cooked and I can see the change in color as well. Now at this point you're going to add in a bowl full of mixed vegetables. I'm adding in peas, sweet corn, bell peppers, carrot and beans. I haven't added onion or potato to this recipe. If I had to cook it at home fresh and straight away if I'm eating, that's when I would add in onions and potatoes. Now potatoes change color and it's not good to peel off the skin and save the potatoes. And onions are very rapidly, you can see the bacteria building into the onions once it's chopped, and for that reason, because this is a premix, I'm not adding potatoes or onion to this recipe so that it stays in for a longer time. Now we give it a good mix just once, add in salt to this recipe, and we finish it off. At this point we turn off the flame and we transfer this into a container so that we can save it for later. Fried rice mix as well. For this I have 1 cup of basmati rice that I have washed and soaked in water. I'm using a tablespoon of oil, a tablespoon of desi ghee, homemade desi ghee. Now to this I add in 4 cloves and an inch of cinnamon stick, cashew nut split in half, and 2 green chilies cut lengthwise. Now to this I'm adding in a cup of washed basmati rice and a bowl full of mixed vegetables. I'm adding in sweet corn, bell peppers, beans, carrot. Now if I had to do it at home fresh, eating fresh, as in when I make the fried rice, I would have added onions to this recipe, but I'm not adding onions to this recipe now as it's a premix. Just in case if you feel the need of or you like and enjoy the taste of onions, what you can do, when you've made up your mind to use this instant recipe, that's when you can chop in onions and add it to this recipe when cooking the rice. As the rice is washed and you can see it's still wet, so we want the rice to be completely dried up, absorbing the water, and we're going to roast the rice until it's really nice and hot and warm. Now that it's really nice and hot, I'm going to add in a few raisins as well because I love eating raisins in fried rice. We're going to add in salt to finish off this recipe. Along with all the food that we eat, we also have the tendency of eating something nice and chatpata during the day, right? So here's to an instant mix that you can make too. Preheated the air fryer. Now into the air frying tray, I have a cup of thin poha flakes, handful of peanuts, one dry red chili, a few curry leaves. I'm adding a pinch of turmeric, salt to taste. I love cashew nuts given to any of the recipes, so just a few cashew nuts. Spread this around and give a splash of oil. How it is when kids are at home, they like to keep nibbling something or the other, just going around, and when they're playing, when they're doing activities, they like to nibble. So today I thought, let me make a dry chocolate chip cookies mix ready. For that I have measured 2 cups of plain flour that I'm going to microwave for a minute. Planning to make this as an instant mix, it's important to microwave the plain flour at least for a minute or two. Okay, now that it's heated up well, to this we add in 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt. I love cinnamon powder, so let me add in cinnamon powder as well to the cookie dough, but this is entirely optional. Only if you wish, you can add in the cinnamon powder. So I'm adding in 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon powder for flavoring, a few chocolate chips. And whenever you want to make a cookie, you can add in milk, or if you eat egg at home, you can add in egg as well to this recipe and make freshly made cookies that you can enjoy with your children. Now, I know there's cookie dough mix in this one, but kids will not know, just in case if they want to use this box, so I better label this as well. Now for the poha mix, I had it set for 190 degrees temperature for 6 minutes time. Now that it's properly done, nice and crispy, you can see it's beautifully done, and the peanuts are nice and crunchy, and so are the cashew nuts, nice and golden in color. I'm going to save this in an airtight container because I like to keep munching such nibbles throughout the day whenever I can. And the best part is, when you're making it in the air fryer, it doesn't require a lot of oil. If I had to do this like a tadka or anything in a pan, it would have taken a lot of oil. I mean, look at this, so nice and dry, and just a splash of oil is all that it needed. One special secret ingredient to make this really nice and tasty is adding in some sugar to this chuda. You can adjust the salt as well at this point. This tastes excellent. You should give this a go. It's so good. I'm super happy. Kitchen work is done. Your entire work is done. Now that everything is ready, I can peacefully go around, enjoy my time with my kids, doing activities with whatever they like, with whatever we like together as a family. And when we are back home, we know the food is ready. All I've got to do is literally keep them, and we have planned a lot of things as it's just the start of the holidays. So yeah, and as in when we come back home, even though we are super hungry, we can just indulge ourselves using these premix. I'm going to keep this refrigerated, the fried rice mix that I had made. I'm also going to keep the upma mix in the refrigerator and the cookie dough mix as well. Rest of the premix that I have made, I'm just going to keep them on the kitchen countertop. And done for today. I'm going to step out for a good walk, and I'm also going to continue this video showing you all how I'm going to use these premixes, because that's very important. It's not just about making the premix, it's also important to show you all how I'm going to use them later. Today, me and Sanika are planning to go out for pottery. This is the very first time that we are going out for pottery, and we are kind of very excited because this is something we are doing together as mom and daughter. So I've got ready and Sanika is getting ready now. So quickly going to make upma, the instant upma, that mix that I had made. So here we are at the pottery painting. They had a great collection and selection of different shapes and sizes that we could choose. A beautiful, cute little studio that was very neat, very clean, and very well organized with colors, palettes, tissues, sponge, brushes that we didn't have to take anything from home. Everything was just there. All we have to do is just sit down, relax, talk. Me and Sanika chose these garden ornaments, cute little houses that we can use to decorate our garden. We just spoke a lot, we talked, we loved painting together, and this was indeed something that I needed too. We had such a nice time sitting together and doing this mother and daughter activity. This was like a pampering session for both of us. Now that she's done with her GCSEs, she's so relieved, I'm so relieved, and we got to sit down and spend some nice time together. But if we had to do the same at home, we would be rather thinking about so many things, either cleaning, cooking. But stepping out of the house is such a nice thing to do with children. Even when they grow up, it's not just when they are little, we need to make sure to take them to the toddler groups and fun sessions and activities and play area. When they grow up also, they need us as much as they do when they're little. We're back home after doing the pottery, and it was such an amazing feeling. I think you should do it with your children too. It was so good, just so relaxing and felt so good. But now that we are back home, we are super hungry. So I've set the rava idli to steam for 10 minutes time. Basically what I did was just took the small portion as much as we needed, smeared some oil onto the idli stand, idli plates, and then I combined the ragi flour with fat-free yogurt, which is sour yogurt. Basically you're looking for huli masru yogurt which is sour in taste, and then combine some water as well just to get the right consistency, and then poured it onto the idli plates, and then I've kept it in the rice cooker. So as it is just 2 plates for me and for Sanika, I'm not using the full stand. I'm just using that so that we can just keep it, and later I'm going to use the electric rice cooker to continue cooking the fried rice that I've made. That will be for dinner. And now that I'm so hungry, I have this instant chuda that I had made that I can munch on until the idlis are done. So good. So good. Well, I'm not done with just eating 3 idlis. I really feel like eating dosa as well. This is the joy of having instant premixes at home, whether you want to eat idli or dosa. I'm using the ragi dosa mix here, and scoop out just the small portion just for 1 dosa and add in water and just combine and mix it well. So we are looking to have a fluid consistency so that we can pour this onto the dosa pan. Look how beautiful are these dosas. Nice, beautiful golden in color. And the best part is this dosa is multigrain dosa. You can eat as many as you can and as many as you wish. And also it doesn't need fermentation, which is the best part of making dosas. It's dinner time and I'm using my electric rice cooker, and I'm also using the instant fried rice mix. Rice cooker has this consistency of making anything nice and dry, and we want that kind of a consistency when we are making a fried rice. We don't want it to be like a bath consistency. So for that reason, I'm going to add in just 1.5 cup of water to this. Now I'm really keen and eagerly waiting to try and taste some cookies. So I'm using this cookie dough that I had made straight from the refrigerator. All I've got to do is add some butter. It's just me and Santosh at home right now, so it'll be just 2 cookies that we will need. So I'm adding just 2 tablespoons of the mix that I had made, and I'm also going to add in vanilla essence. This is entirely optional, just a drop. A tablespoon of butter. Make it nice, rich and tasty cookies. We combine this well. Okay. We're going to make this into a dough now. Only if you feel the need, you can add in a few drops of milk as well to this. The amount of butter that I've added in should do the job. Of baking paper. I give it a good crush so that it stays in its position when I layer it on the airfrying tray. I'm just flattening it down, not too thin. We want to keep it nice and thick so that you can enjoy it. So in it goes in the air fryer. The ragi roti is the only thing that I haven't showed yet, so I thought let me just show you quickly on how to make this ragi roti right on to the pan straight away. So you use the portion that you want to make. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons of the mix, adding some salt and make a thick batter. Now very important to make a thick batter because this is what we are going to do straight onto the tawa, not using any butter sheets or anything or rolling needed. So we want it to be really nice and thick, in which way you can just smear it on the tawa. So this is the consistency that we are looking. It's nice and thick, but it still has that flowing consistency. I really hope you found this video very helpful and useful. Do let me know in the comment section what you think about it, and if you have tried any of the recipes, do let me know what did you think about it and how did you find the taste. I love reading all your comments in the comment section, and also if you're watching this video for the very first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. This will be very helpful. It's quite motivating to see the numbers grow and also the views growing and also the thumbs ups. And thank you so much for watching this video in full. See you all again soon in my next video. Take care. Bye bye for now.